Just set up our temporary fence. It's a warm, sunny afternoon. I'm getting back here to the back of the pasture where the cows are in the shade to let them know I've got some fresh grazing for them. This is where they've been for a few weeks now. They've pretty well got this grazed over. So it's time to move. Let this recover a little bit. We've had a little bit of rain the last few weeks. So hopefully some of this will bounce back pretty quickly. And the front of the pasture where I've had them off of it for a few weeks has recovered nicely, so they're ready to go back where they were. You can see where they all walk in line, walk in step to get their water, and then back here again to the shade. So still leaving plenty of residue here. Underneath all of this, there's still green grass growing, but we want to leave some of that green grass so that the plants have some solar panels to generate some more energy. They'll come back a lot quicker if you leave some of the green material on. Instead of burning the field down to nothing and everything has to grow back from the roots. It takes a lot of energy. I did notice that we've had one more calf since I put them out here. Well, must be getting close to the cows. I'm starting to get the flies. I think that puts us at a total of 9 calves surviving this year so far. Hey, you guys found a nice shady spot, huh? Last year's calves were really growing nicely. Gonna make me walk all the way back here, huh? Hey, cow. Yeah, there we are. All right, you guys ready for some fresh grass? There in the back is the newest little calf. What a cutie. And that's last year's calf right there. Well, it's probably her mom next to her. Pretty good looking heifer. She's gonna have some horns to her. All right, you guys ready? Yeah, you're ready. I can see it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Alright, keep her moving. That's a little bull calf. A little red bull calf. Come on. I just noticed the gate was open, so they're not gonna wait for me anymore. Yeah. You're welcome. You're welcome. Come on. There they go. Fresh grass. All right. Now we're going to come back here and close this gate behind him so that this will rest. Beautiful. Love these latches. And these are the gates that we're using, Powder River. They're extremely heavy. Been real happy with them. Now the cows have this group of trees right here for shade in this little middle, this tiny middle pasture where we have the water. So they come in here, get water and shade if they need it. This is kind of a sacrifice area. They're gonna run all the way up to the temporary fence that I just put in. A couple little water bugs swimming around in there. Protein. I haven't turned the fence back on yet since installing it. So hopefully the young calves that aren't familiar with the temporary fence don't knock it over before I turn it on. You can see here versus back there, there's a lot more green. Clover, alfalfa, plantains, different grasses, big patch of alfalfa here. This was my hayfield before I started doing the rotational grazing. So this was, let's see, this field was probably planted 7 years ago. And it's still doing really well. I have very minimal weed infiltration. Still have a lot of heavy areas of alfalfa, a lot of clover. Yeah, they saw the fence and turned around. Now they know where their border is, and they'll get to grazing. I'm hoping to stretch this section of pasture out for at least a week before having to give them the rest. We're coming up on the month of August where typically we don't get too much rain and too much growth. We want to stretch this out as long as we can without burning the field too badly before we move them back over to the other side of the street, which will be ready for them. And if we can do that early enough and we get kind of a fall flush, if we get a little bit of growth in the fall, I might be able to rotate them back through here one more time. Last year we were only able to graze this side of the street once before it got too cold, and we're not able to get water over here once it starts to frost and freeze. So we have to do all of our grazing here before the frost and freeze weather sets in. Happy cows. Come up here and I'll show you the temporary fence before we close out. Just using one wire with step-in pigtail posts. I used to use the plastic step-in posts, and those things are garbage after one season. They get brittle and snap, and they weren't my favorite posts. I've been much happier so far with these pigtail posts. You can only run one line with them, but for the cows, that's all I need. I can use the step-in post, the plastic step-in posts that have multiple places to tie up fence. I can use those for the sheep if I need to do a multi-strand temporary fence. But the wire just goes through this little pigtail here. The reel is on the far side. I'll hook that so that it's stabilized, and now it's not going to slide anywhere. Then this will be the next area that they'll go to once they've grazed this down like they had the back. Thank you for watching and joining us. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you again next time. Thanks for watching.